Once upon a time, in a quiet little village hidden deep within the magical kingdom of Everdon, lived a poor but loving man named Alaric Wynter and his only daughter, Elena. Their cottage was small and old, their meals were simple, and their clothes faded with time. But in Alaric's heart lived a love deeper than all the treasures in the royal castle. Every morning, before the sun rose and while Elena was still asleep, Alaric would cover her with a blanket, quietly kiss her forehead, and leave for work. He spent his days lifting heavy stones at Moonvale Bridge, chopping firewood in Frostwood Forest, and cleaning the shops in Rosewood Square. His hands were bruised, his back ached, but he never spoke of his pain. Every evening when he came home, he smiled just so Elena would never feel his sadness. But Elena did not understand his sacrifices. As she grew older, she began to notice how different their life was from others. She saw children wearing beautiful dresses, eating warm meals, celebrating festivals. She saw her own worn-out shoes and empty cupboards. One evening, with tears in her eyes and anger in her voice, she said, "Why can't we live like them? Why are we always poor? Why can't you do better, Father?" Alaric's heart broke, but he didn't show his pain. He simply looked at her gently and whispered, "I'm trying, my little star. I'm trying." But Elena turned away, not seeing the tears he hid. The next day, Elena followed her father secretly, hoping to prove he didn't work enough. But what she saw made her heart tremble. There, at the cold stone bridge, stood her father, covered in dust, lifting heavy stones with trembling arms. His hands were bleeding, his face pale with exhaustion, but he kept working silently, just so she could live, eat, dream. In that moment, her anger disappeared, replaced by pain and guilt. She ran home crying, realizing the truth she had never seen. That night, when Alaric returned, Elena ran into his arms and sobbed, "Father, I'm so sorry. I didn't know how hard you worked. I didn't understand your pain." Alaric held her close and whispered, "My precious girl, I never wanted you to see my struggles. I only wanted you to smile." From that day on, Elena changed. She no longer complained, no longer compared their life to others. Instead, she felt proud to be the daughter of a man who gave everything, even when he had nothing. She finally understood a father's love is silent, but it is the strongest love in the world. No one in this world will ever love you like your father and mother. They give their lives so you can smile. Don't hurt them with your words. Don't take their love for granted. Keep them happy, because one day we may miss them and no amount of tears can bring them back. Appreciate their sacrifices while you still can, because parents are the greatest blessing we are ever given. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Wordy Heart for more emotional and inspiring stories that awaken your soul.